I'm going to be talking about why you don't have to use Jenkins for your CI/CD. Last time I tried to open a discussion about this on Reddit, I got so much hate and personal attacks that I wouldn't be surprised if it happens today. But please bear with me for 4 minutes before you start throwing things, and we'll be okay. So, my name is Omer. I work at ProdOps, formerly DevOpsDays. If you don't know us, come talk to me afterwards. And let's talk about waste. So, I want to take you through a very common scenario, which some or probably most of you know, working with Jenkins. So let's say you're logged into Jenkins, your favorite CI server, and you try to find the job that builds environment dev1. So you try to locate it, and you all know this fuzzy search bar, and you look for build dev1. And you find the you find the first one that goes along, you click it, but you actually built dev2. So you cancel the job, you go back, you find the right one and you run it. And then you go check the logs and you found that it failed. So you see why it failed, and then you find out that it actually had created some stacks on AWS, and now you have to go back, delete the stacks, and then go back to Jenkins, run the right job, and now everything's fine, right? Wrong. So how can we improve this process? If we're using Jenkins, we can do a few things. So to minimize how much we interact with UI, we can do a few automated things like webhooks. So triggering our processes, CI processes with webhooks are much easier and faster. We can use remote commands like working with ChatOps bots and stuff like that. For Jenkins itself, we can use the Jenkins file, which is basically a Groovy script that describes the job. We can use domain-specific language, the job DSL plugin for Jenkins, to build our jobs and the entire structure inside. But things will still be missing. I mean, it's not really easy to scale. Plugins development are not really that straightforward. It wouldn't be self-healing, and servers wouldn't be stateless. And seriously, who wants to write Groovy? So, Drone to the rescue. Who here ever heard about Drone? Nice, okay.
I heard a lot from you.
Nice. So Drone is not special. You can use many other tools and products out there in the market. You have Circle, Travis, GitLab, Bitbucket. They're all nice and useful. I chose specifically Drone because, first of all, it's completely open source, so you can install it in your own infrastructure without being dependent on anything. It's written in Golang. It's really super easy to set up, and it's just an awesome tool to work with. Why is that so? So first of all, Drone is container native. So container native means that if you're already working with containers and used to building images, Drone is really set up for that. And masters, agents, plugins, steps in your pipeline, everything is basically a container that receives some parameters or commands and just exits. That's all. In that sense, building a plugin is really easy. If you want to build a new plugin, all you have to do is just choose an image to base your container on. It doesn't matter what. Choose your own preferred language of choice. Use that to do some magic and just let it out. Drone also has a really nice marketplace for plugins. It's not as big as Jenkins, but if you don't find what you want, like I said, it's really easy to develop a new one. Another really cool thing is using your own database. So using Drone in your own infrastructure means you control the database. And having your own relational database means you get a stateful decoupled system. It's easy to back up, easy to restore, it's measurable, and it's queryable. So if you take something like Grafana and connect it as a backend with your Drone database, you get all nice things. You can run queries on everything. See speed of teams, speed of developers, success failure rates, progress of different parts of your application, and the list goes on. So bottom line of this whole talk, don't fixate on the one thing that everyone is using. There may be other great tools out there that better suit you. So use what best suits you. Try to remove waste from all processes and focus on what we all want, which is innovation. Thank you.